China-Japan relations on knife's edge over Taiwan. November 20, 2025. Less than a month into office, Japan's new Prime Minister Sanai Takaichi faces a major foreign policy crisis after warning Parliament that Japan could support Taiwan with battleships and the use of force if a Chinese attack threatened Japan's interests. Her unusually direct stance angered Beijing, which has long warned it may use force to reunite Taiwan with the mainland. Japan, whose nearest island lies just 100 kilometers from Taiwan, had previously avoided signaling military involvement. China responded by urging its citizens not to travel to Japan, prompting nearly 500,000 cancelled tourist visits within days. Japan then advised its own citizens in China to take safety precautions. Tensions escalated further when China's consul general in Osaka issued a graphic statement saying China would cut off any dirty neck that interfered in Taiwan. The dispute has shaken Japanese markets, especially tourism-linked firms dependent on millions of Chinese visitors. Despite this, Takaichi has refused to retract her remarks, saying only that she will avoid specific hypothetical scenarios in the future. Experts now describe relations as their worst since the 1972 joint statement that established modern diplomatic ties. Cornell University's Alan Carlson says both sides are on a knife's edge, with Japan attempting limited de-escalation but China showing little sign of softening. He argues the standoff highlights growing regional volatility and the central role of Taiwan in Asian security. Diplomats from both countries met in Beijing this week, and analysts say much depends on how Takaichi publicly frames Japan's stance. Philip Shetler-Jones of RUSI notes that the visit by senior Japanese Foreign Ministry official Masaaki Kanai suggests both governments are seeking a diplomatic exit rather than escalating through punitive measures like travel warnings. While tourism has taken a serious hit, trade and investment ties remain relatively resilient. Past flare-ups have eased within months, but experts warn this crisis may be harder to resolve given Japan's ongoing security reforms, growing defense cooperation with South Korea and the US, and Beijing's extreme sensitivity over Taiwan. Human rights campaigner Luc de Pulford argues that responsibility for the crisis lies with Beijing's aggressive rhetoric, not Tokyo's defense posture. He says China's threats often damage its own interests more than its targets, and that the Osaka consul general's violent comments have done more harm to diplomatic relations than Takaichi's remarks. Story adapted from The Independent, Arpan Rai, November 20, 2025.